The Slit Faced Lady, Part 2. The horror continues in Tokyo, 1997. 14 years had passed since the night Lucy was marked. 14 years since their father stopped looking anyone in the eye. 14 years since Anna stopped sleeping. She'd returned, now, alone. The streets hadn't changed, nor had the scent of sakura on spring wind. But the shadows, they felt deeper, hungrier. Anna checked into a business hotel in Minato, not far from the house they once lived in. The embassy hadn't returned her calls. Not that she expected them to. Her name was still radioactive in diplomatic circles. In her suitcase, a worn sketchbook, filled with Lucy's childlike drawings of the slit-faced woman. Her father's old notes, half-burned, but legible, and a surgical mask, just in case. The old house was still standing, sealed behind a rusting gate. The windows were boarded. Graffiti lined the walls, except for one panel, clean and untouched, like something didn't allow it to be defaced. Anna ducked under the boards. The air inside was heavy, still. In the living room, she found what she'd feared. More drawings. Not Lucy's. These were recent. Dozens of them. All of the same face. Hair like ink. Eyes hollow. Mouth torn and smiling. There were candies scattered on the floor. Melted. Faded. She remembered that part of the legend. Throw sweets. Confuse her. Buy time. It hadn't worked for Lucy. Anna turned, heart hammering, as something scraped against the hallway floor. Metal. Long. Rusted. But when she checked, no one was there. Just a mirror. Fogged. And in it something moved behind her, even though the hallway was empty. Hayashi. She found him in Shizuoka, hiding under a different name. He'd grown thin, pale. He wouldn't speak at first, not until she showed him Lucy's final drawing, the slit-faced woman holding a hand mirror, offering it to a second girl with no face. Hayashi drank half a glass of shochu, then whispered, "There's not just one anymore." "What do you mean?" Anna asked. "Those she wounds. Those who live. Some become like her." "You mean Lucy?" He looked away. "Once you say yes, and live, part of her lives in you." Anna's stomach turned. "Can she be stopped?" Hayashi shook his head. "She doesn't want to be stopped. She wants to be remembered." That night back in Tokyo, Anna sat in front of the mirror at the hotel. She had to see. She removed the mask and whispered, "Watashi, Kirei." At first there was silence. Then the mirror fogged over, though the room was cold. She leaned in closer, her breath stilled. "Core demo?" It wasn't her voice. It came from the mirror. She stepped back, but her reflection remained still. Then smiled, split from ear to ear. Something began to drag across the floor behind her. She turned. The hallway was empty, but on the bed lay a folded note and a rusted scissors she hadn't seen before. "Lucy remembers. Do you?" The next morning, Anna left the hotel and boarded the Shinkansen for Kyoto. She had no plan, only instinct. A temple Hayashi once mentioned, a priest who had supposedly helped the afflicted. But as the train sped through the countryside, she saw her own reflection flicker in the glass. Smiling, the wrong smile. Something was growing inside her, something that had once been Lucy. The train slowed as it entered Kyoto Station, and Anna saw her reflection shimmer again in the window. Just for a moment, the smile, jagged and red, slit from ear to ear. It wasn't her. Not yet. But something inside her was watching. The priest's name was Jomei, an old man who lived at the edge of the city in a decaying shrine called Kagami-dera, the Mirror Temple. It wasn't listed on any map. Anna had only found the name in the margin of her father's burned notebook, next to one line, scrawled in his frantic hand. "They keep her remembered." Jomi was waiting when she arrived. He didn't speak at first, just led her past the Tory gate and into the inner sanctum. The walls were lined with mirrors, each veiled in thin cloth. "You carry her," he said finally. Anna's voice cracked. "My sister Lucy, she answered yes and survived. I want to stop her." The old man smiled sadly. "You can't stop what was never alive." By firelight, Jomei told her the truth. Long before the legend of kuchisake onna, there were mirror demons, beings that did not exist until they were believed into form. They had no shape, no voice, until the fear of human minds carved them one. One such spirit, ancient and faceless, was given a body by the legend of the slit-faced woman. The more people believed, the more real she became. The more people feared, the more she spread. But belief alone wasn't enough. She needed hosts, women with scars, trauma, and pain. Those she spares, Jomei said, are marked, chosen. She grows through them, like mold on forgotten meat. "Lucy," Anna whispered. "She's not Lucy anymore, is she?" Jomei shook his head. "Dabsuwan, but she remembers being Lucy. That's how it hurts you. There was one chance, a ritual to bind the mirror demon, not destroy her, but trap her, reduce her to story again, seal her behind reflection and memory. It required an offering, a mirror the host once looked into, a mask worn in fear, and blood, freely given by someone she marked, but not claimed." Anna still bore a faint scar on her cheek from that night long ago. Just a scratch, compared to what Lucy suffered. She still had the surgical mask too, and Lucy's compact mirror, found in her suitcase after her final episode. Jomei warned her, "If you speak her name during the rite, she will hear it. She may come, and if she sees herself in your eyes, she may take you instead." That night, in the mirror room, Anna lit the candles, set the mask, opened the mirror, pressed the blade to her palm. The chant was old, not Japanese or any human tongue. Jomei stood behind her, silent, as the air thickened. The mirrors began to fog, and in the center one, Anna saw movement. Long black hair, a pale face and eyes, Lucy's eyes, glimmering behind a mouth that no longer fit her skull. "Watashi, Kirei." The voice slid from the glass like smoke. Anna trembled, blood running down her wrist. "Don't answer," Jomei whispered. But then the image changed. Lucy, young again, crying in the snow. "Help me, Anna," she said, in her real voice. Anna's lip quivered. Her hand moved toward the mirror. Her breath touched the glass. And then, the mirror shattered. The room filled with screams, but not human. High, insectile, layered, like 1,000 mouths tearing through static. The candles died. Anna woke at dawn, alone in the temple. All the mirrors were gone. Jomei was dead, his eyes 2 empty sockets black as oil. In her hand was the cracked compact mirror. When she looked into it, only her face. No smile, no scar. Lucy's drawings had stopped whispering, and for the first time in years, the fog in glass did not write back. But, in a subway station in Osaka, 2 weeks later, a little boy went missing. Witnesses say he was approached by a woman in a mask, asking if she was pretty. No one saw her face, but on the wall, scrawled in marker, was a single phrase: "Even stories leave echoes." The end.